is RadioInk FM, the only place for weekly tattoo talk.
RadioInk FM.
At the dawn of history, a lone tribesman accidentally poked his skin with a sharp stick from a fire. The next day, he single-handedly killed a saber-toothed tiger, and that random dot of carbon became magic. Other tribesmen wanted that skin-poked image too, and the art and power of tattoo was born.
The word tattoo is said to have two major derivations, from the Polynesian word ta, which means striking something, and the Tahitian word tattoo, which means to mark something.
The history of tattoo began over 5,000 years ago, and is as diverse as the people who wear them.
Is it a pretty picture? A memorial for a person or event? A statement of criminal intent? A place to list your lovers? Maybe it's a camouflage for a scar. Are they beautiful or shaming? Are they really addictive?
Tattoos are an art as old as time. And, as with any cultural art form, there's a rich history behind all that ink. And some of it may really surprise you.
You're listening to RadioInk.
And now, it is time for Tattoo Taboos. And this week we asked earlier on if heavily tattooed. You are listening to Dylan and Sarah live on RadioInk FM.
Dermablend Professional. Tattoos today, tattoo free tomorrow. Our quick fix body and leg cover flawlessly camouflages any color tattoo. These highly pigmented foundations glide on easily, feeling comfortable on the body, leaving a natural, even finish. How do you judge a book? Go beyond the cover. Dermablend Professional, the #1 dermatologist recommended coverage brand. Shop online at dermablend.com. Flawless camouflage at every level. Dermablend Professional.
Is a tattoo a sign of rebellion or just a form of artistic expression? Some students say there is still a stigma associated with having a tattoo, but others say they've become more mainstream. What do you think?
You are listening to Dylan and Sarah live on RadioInk FM.
And now, join us for
Behind the Ink.
where we get an inside view into the world of tattoos with the artists themselves. This week, our journalist Jessica takes to the graffitied streets of Shoreditch and chats with talented tattoo artist James from Happy Sailor. Happy Sailor was established in 1999 by Captain Barry Hogarth and moored in Hackney for almost a decade under his reign. He invited on board and tattooed a huge number of sailors, including famous singers, actors and street artists.
It is rumoured that James, before each tattoo he performs, drinks gunpowder mixed with his orange drink, sitting on a chair made of human skin, embroidered with hair from his enemies' backs. And it's also whispered that he lost his right blue eye in a mysterious accident during one of his late nights of ferocious debauchery. But nobody has ever dared to look at him and hold his terrifying gaze.
Interview time!
Hi, nice to meet you. Maybe tell me a little bit about yourself and how long you've been tattooing for.
Okay, my name's James Glover. It's hard to put an exact time span on how long I've been tattooing. I started piercing when I was 19, which is 26 years ago, and it's been a transition over the years from being a piercer to a tattooist. So, I mean, on and off that length of time.
Was there a big transition from piercing to tattoo?
There is kind of a big transition, but obviously it goes hand in hand together. So working with people is very similar, and obviously doing something on them and that type of process is similar, but obviously the artwork's completely different. So yeah, it's similar but it's very different, but working with people in that way is very similar.
Why did you start piercing and then tattooing?
Well, both starting piercing and tattooing because I've been into it ever since I can kind of remember, since kind of leaving school. It's something I suppose I've always wanted to do, and becoming a piercer seemed to be easier to get into, to get your foot into the door and then obviously become a tattooist. But I've always been into both, and I've always been getting tattooed since 15, 16, which I know is really young and, below the age, but it's been the way, and it's just the love, I suppose,
What's your favourite part of being a tattoo artist?
I don't think there's one particular part. Obviously, I think the best part of it is when you finish the tattoo and you see the person look in the mirror and they're really happy with it. It kind of gives you a buzz, an adrenaline sort of, fix, I suppose. It's just, that's the really good thing about it. But there's loads of other things like doing a cover-up, getting rid of a bad tattoo that somebody used to have, working with a client to make something that what they want that they kind of put down on paper. So there's a lot of good parts to it, but probably the best bit is the end result and seeing the customer happy with it.
It's such a nice feeling. Do you think from when you began getting tattoos to now that there's been a drastic change in how they're perceived?
I wouldn't say a drastic change. I would say there has been a change and it's more acceptable. I don't think it's as acceptable as what people think it is or would like to think it is. It's still not looked down upon, but it is quite an alternative lifestyle depending on whether you can see them or not, and also jobs and things like that. But it has changed quite a bit.
Thank you so much for your time.
If you want to get tattooed, come and see us.
You can find Happy Sailor tattoos and see a gallery of their impressive artwork online at www.happysailortattoo.com or call into their store, 17 Hackney Road, Shoreditch, London.
You're listening to Tattoo Street Talk, Shoreditch Special.
RadioInk presents a radio guide to tattoos.
Join us now for Street Talk, our weekly special. This week we are in Shoreditch. Have you any tattoos?
No.
No, I don't have anyone.
Yes?
No.
I've got most of my body done. I've got so many that I just don't even know what I have anymore.
I do. I have 4. Yeah, 2 big ones and 2 small ones. And one I did myself.
I got my first tattoo about 15 years ago. The reason it kind of started is because one of my best friends started to teach himself, and I just literally said he could use me as a kind of blank canvas.
With a tattoo machine from a friend, and I wanted to try it out. It was actually fun. Yeah.
When I see other people having tattoo, I want them to.
Would you ever get any tattoos?
I thought of it about getting one when I was in Australia, but then just didn't do it, didn't get around to doing it.
I don't think I should be answering that question.
Religious purposes. In Islam, you're not allowed to stain or hurt your body.
Maybe a small one, but I think you have to think about it because it's going to be in your body for a long time.
I'm not sure that I'd want to stick with anything long enough to have a tattoo, to be honest. Opinions change.
Yeah, I wouldn't just get one because they're cool.
What's your favourite type of tattoo?
I like some of the really early ones, ethnic ones. You see those Victorian photographs of people with tattoos, and they've got them kind of everywhere, and they really kind of celebrate their tribal values. They're cool.
I don't really like tattoos that much, so I just like black kind of line ones, kind of sketchy tattoos that look quite bad.
First word that comes to your mind when you hear the word tattoo?
Interesting.
Passion.
Art.
Permanent.
Creative.
Some people wear pictures at home and some others wear pictures on their bodies, so it's, decoration. Okay.
You're listening to RadioInk.
Laser tattoo removal.
Had a change of heart about your body art? Tattoo regret? You've come to the right place. With our low prices at Pro Skin Clinics and the power of Picoso Laser, there's no faster, cheaper and safer method of tattoo removal. As seen on Channel 4's
Body Shockers.
The fastest and most affordable tattoo removal in the world. From only £39 per month. Book your free consultation today at 0203 763 4755 and find out what we can do for you. Or visit us on www.proskinclinics.co.uk. Pro Skin Clinics.
The only place for weekly tattoo talk. RadioInk FM.
Tattoo fact of the day.
Sailors' tattoos. A pig tattooed on one foot and a rooster on the other was said to protect a seaman from drowning. Neither animal can swim, and it was thought they would help get the sailor swiftly to shore if he fell into the water. Now up is tattoo blunders time.
English singer and songwriter Jessie J has admitted that she got an embarrassing tattoo at the start of her career that she never lets anyone see. She is quoted as saying, "I did it ages ago and had 'Don't lose who you are in the blur of the star' tattooed on my side." Not long after I had had it done, my mum said to me in tears, "I don't know how to tell you this, but it is spelt wrong."
Poor Britney Spears is next up on tattoo blunders. She's a repeat tattoo mistake offender. First, she got a tattoo of a Chinese symbol on her hip that was supposed to say mysterious. Sadly, it did not say mysterious, because Britney obviously didn't check what she was getting permanently put on her body. Guess what it ended up saying? Strange.
This is RadioInk FM, the only place for weekly tattoo talk.
RadioInk FM.